Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who is Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? Today, I just thought I would do the resume rebrand and evaluation of a lady who sent me her resume and for the position of office assistant. Now, I'll just go through her covering letter, or the email that she sent me, and this is what she said. So I'll just give you a screenshot of this. Applying for the office assistant. So you can see a grammatical error here. Applying for the position of office assistant. When you're applying for a position, any position, make sure that there are no grammar mistakes. Then she said, "Dear Sir, Madam." So if you actually look at this, "Dear Sir, Madam," now the fact of the matter is, I am a man, male, so she should have done her homework and known that she is applying to a man, "Dear Sir, Madam," and then there is enter, and it looks pretty shabby, doesn't look very nice. So she has put, "Dear Sir, Madam, good day to you." That's all right. "As I have come to know that there exists a vacancy in your organization." Now, the funny thing is, there is no vacancy in my organization. In fact, I've not advertised. So by sending this message, what she has clearly displayed is that she keeps spamming other people with her emails without knowing if there is a vacancy or not. I have two and a half year work experience. So you can see the mistakes that she has put. I have 2.5 year work experience. I have 2.5 years work experience as an office assistant. Once again, there is a mistake. So, on the outset, right from the get-go, I can see so many mistakes, so many grammar mistakes, so many spelling mistakes. "Please find attached my CV for your reference. I thank you for your time and look forward to having an opportunity in your established organization. Have a nice day. Kind regards." Okay, so let's have a look at her resume. This is her resume. As you can see, right at the top, there is a mistake. Okay, now this is how a resume looks like. So let me just show you. Let me just go to view, and so if I go down to, you can see the view as it's in 3 pages, and as you can see in this 3 pages, there's so much of space that is being wasted, so much of space. So let's see how we can make this resume look a little bit more presentable. Okay, as usual, for those of you who know, I go to Google Docs. First I remove the formatting. So I go to remove HTML. As you can see here, remove HTML. This is where I go. Click enter, and I go to striphtml.com. So once you go to striphtml.com, I just Control A, Control C, and I copy the entire resume here. Okay, and then from here you can go to any Google Docs. Once you go to Google Docs, here you can just open up a new document. You open up a new document, and this is where I paste it. So as you can see, it's right now in 3 pages. You can see the resume, it's more or less 3 pages. I put it on the standard font. The standard font is Arial. So I prefer Railway, and I prefer giving it a 14. So this is just so that you guys can see, so it becomes easier for you to view. So I'll just zoom in. So wait, let me just zoom in. Zoom in. So I'm zooming in so that you can see it bigger. Okay. Now what I'll do is, the first order of the day is to remove all this extra space. There's too much of extra space, which doesn't make sense. Okay. She has stated a passport number, which I don't think is required. Okay. Visit visa. She has stated date of expiry. She has stated contact details. Okay, I'm very particular that I keep all this confidential, so that is why I don't want you to read it. Okay, so now profile snapshot. I'm just trying to give you see, as you can see, there's plenty of space. I really cannot understand why is she wasting so much of space just to make a point. Okay, so now it has come, I think, to two or four pages. So let's make it still more smaller. Okay, there is still space here. I'm just editing, just remove all the extra gaps that she has. Okay, see, because what happens is when you have too much of space in a resume, it just breaks the flow of the person who's reading it. But if you have something that is, you know, compact, it makes it easier for a person to read. Okay, so it's still going. Okay, work experience. Okay, so now I think I brought it down. Okay, it's still 3 pages. Let's see. I think it should come less than that. Okay, so let's start working on it. So in the beginning, what she did is here she put her name right in the center. So right in the center, what it does for me is it kind of screams out that she wants attention. Okay, and she had put a photograph here. If you actually look here, she had put a photograph. So that's not where I want a photograph to be. So a CV is right here. Okay. So let's see. I'm trying to get her name first. So I'd go to the header. So the resume of, I'm just giving a fake name, Kimberly Clark. Okay, resume of Kimberly Clark. This is email at gmail.com, and I'll remove this and I'll give it the telephone number 971. I'm just giving a fake number 345-789. Okay, so remove this. Okay, railway. I give it a phone. By the way, if for those of you who would like your resume to be rebranded, or you'd like your resume to be evaluated by me, just send me a resume. Obviously, I'll keep your details confidential. So if you like it for free, I'll do it online. But if you'd like me to give you a professional service, please get in touch with me. My details are put down below, and that is how I will guide you. And if you'd like your resume to be, let's say, given a design or given a special layout or special, let's say, characteristic kind of outlook so that it stands out, well, you can communicate to me, we can work out accordingly. So now Kimberly Clark, what she has done is she has positioned herself as an office assistant. Okay, office assistant. So for someone who's working as an office assistant, it normally is secretary, and she can also work as, secretary to CEO. Okay, so I'm just putting the various designations that you can apply for. Okay, so this is how it looked like. Let's say in order for her to stand out right at the heading, for now, what I do is I'd give it a borders and shading. So let's give it something pleasing because she's more like a lady. So, you know, I wouldn't necessarily say pink, but a shade of pink can actually do. Okay, so now this is her resume. Okay, so we start off with profile summary. Now if you actually look at it here in her resume, she has CV, she has a name in all caps, and then she has stated her objectives. Now her objective is to be part of a company where I can contribute my skills and knowledge gained through education, and where I'll have an opportunity to gain practical knowledge and experience. Now, the fact of the matter is nobody's interested in knowing her objectives. When you're applying for a job, nobody wants to know what is your objective. They just want to know who you are, how you can contribute to our company. So here she's just gone on a very vague tangent. So then the person, obviously the employer, will look at, okay, the CV, what is a profile summary? Who is she? She has worked as, she says she's a medical, record keeper. But then if you're applying for the job of office assistant or secretary, you can't state this. It doesn't make any sense. Then she has stated her education qualifications. She's just losing out on the opportunity of getting, hitting the nail on the head. She has stated her key competencies, once again, roles and responsibilities. So here she has wasted a golden opportunity to inform them who she actually is. So profile summary, we are lost. So let's go to personal details, because here she has stated a few personal details. Her name, which is very obvious right at the top. Her nationality, that is Indian. She wants to give her date of birth, because in some companies, they like to know the date of birth. Passport number, you do not need to give. Date of issue of the passport number, you do not need to give. Visa status, you do not need to give. Date of expiry, you don't need to give. Email address, we have stated, and phone number, we have stated. Okay. Now, her profile snapshot is where she has worked as a medical record keeper. Now, we'll just put this as experience, okay? Because I still, lost. What is she trying to apply for? If she is applying for an office assistant position, this doesn't do her any favors. Now, coming to her educational qualifications, okay, let's state here. She has a BCom, that is Bachelor in Commerce, okay? She has a BCom. I think this is 2011 from India, BCom from India, okay? That you can just state. BCom, she has a BCom from India, that is, okay, we'll just put it this way. She has stated a PUC, that is, what is the full form of PUC? PUC, full form. PUC is pre-university course. So we don't need to know what she has done before her degree. And her high school also we do not know. So she has got a Bachelor of Commerce, okay, from India. So you can just put the Bachelor of Commerce, India. So this is her education. Now, computer skills. Now, for a job that involves being an office assistant, well, I wouldn't say that it's a big deal, because obviously you're supposed to know computer skills. So she wants to state computer skills. So she knows Microsoft Office, and she has knowledge of variety of computer word processing. Now, this is vague. So she has computer skills. So what you can say in computer skills, she knows Word, Excel, which is stated here. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Tally. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Tally. So she wants to state that she knows these, these documents. She knows how to work on these particular softwares. Okay. Now, work experience, we are still lost. Okay, she has worked in a hospital, Father Muller's Medical College, okay, as a designation junior assistant clerk, okay. So here we have her first work experience, okay. Key competencies, once again, vague stuff. Key competencies, communication skills, data gathering, analysis, problem solving, team player. Once again, vague. Roles and responsibilities. See, the problem with her resume right now is I'm trying to make sense of what she has actually put. It's so lost because she has just given, she's just shooting in so many different directions and saying so many different things. You can't even see, you can't figure out what she's trying to say. So I would just say, okay, competency, she knows documentation of records, answering incoming phone calls. I wonder how much of importance or what kind of skill do you need to answer phone calls? Assisting patient parties with one inquiries. Oh, I don't know what she has stated here. Okay. Managing patient parties, file updating. Okay. So I'm just trying to make sense of a resume for being an office assistant. So now what happens is, if you have a job profile where you're not able to articulate what you're doing, I doubt you'd be even entertained for a job. So now it comes to a current job profile. A current job profile was reviewing and evaluating existing policies, procedures of work, okay? Methods on a periodic basis in consultation with administrator, okay? So her current job profile is she has been an administrator. Okay, she has been an administrator. She has been reviewing and evaluating existing policies and procedures. Okay, preparing hospital statistical report for Medical Council of India, reporting on all the hospital births and deaths to the corporation office. Okay, reporting all communicable diseases, report to the hospital, to the district health surveillance office. So it's more like these are very specific, specialized tasks in relation to the medical industry. Preparing of monthly hospital statistical data, sending it to top management, preparing of monthly quality related indicators, sending it to hospital quality department. Now, what happens is, for someone who is wanting to apply for a job as an office assistant, the question is what are they actually looking for? So personally, what I would say is office administration work, preparing reports, okay, preparing reports, then handling clerical jobs, okay, then handling I think handling the telephones, handling telephone, and handling the telephone desk. Yep, you can just put that, handling the telephone desk. Okay, so this is what she does. Okay, profile summary. She has been an office administrator and a office clerk, preparing reports. Okay, so as you can see, what I've done is, in a profile summary, I have actually given her a little bit of a definition in terms of what she does. Okay, so she's an office administrator, okay, an office clerk, preparing reports, handling office related jobs, emails, telephones, and appointments, reviewing and evaluating existing policies, procedures in relation to hospital statistical reports for the Medical Council of India, as per the standards for the Medical Council of India. Okay, profile summary. So her experience, she has worked as a junior assistant clerk for, okay, formulas from February 2016 to September 2000. Junior assistant clerk. Okay, so I'll just merge both these. Okay. All right. Okay, I just need to put this bold. Sorry. Key competencies. Now, for someone at her level, I doubt stating key competencies would do any good, like communication skills, being a team player, all these, all these are pretty vague stuff. So actually, if you look at it, her resume is nothing but more like, it comes down to hardly half a page, because this is what I think is actually important. what I would recommend for a resume like this, when you have very less things to put, I think you need to state, let's say, for example, you're working as an office administrator. What value did you bring in as an office administrator? What work did you actually put in terms of being as an office clerk? I would obviously put this last. For someone who is an office assistant who wants to apply for this job, I would say you need to mention, let's say, typing words per minute, okay? And if you know shorthand also helps in terms of language, you know. So, and if you're going to put your photograph, let's say, in order to appeal to the person who's making the decision, I think it should look really presentable. So, you know, personally speaking, I would say that if you're applying for the position of a secretary, some of the pointers that I would give you is make sure that you look presentable. Make sure that your language is really strong, language skills. Make sure that you state, let's say, trainings. For example, you've done computer trainings, how good you are at Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Put a little bit of content in terms of the work that you have done that has added value to the organization. So if you can do this, this would make your resume stand out. And please, what is very important is you should not have mistakes on your resume. You should not have mistakes in your communication. And when you're presenting a cover letter, please avoid a disaster like this, you know, a 3-page resume with so much of space. If you're having a cover letter, make sure that there are no mistakes like applying for the whatever office assistant. This is not, you know, this is what she has put, applying for the office assistant, applying for the post of office assistant. This is unacceptable. So this is what I would say in terms of positioning yourself as an office assistant. Let me know what you think. If you need my services just to market and position your resume or rebrand or evaluate it, or you'd like me to give you a public feedback, send me an email, lloyd@machedo.com. My details are put below. I look forward to hearing from you. This is me signing off for now. Take care.